look back at the Cardiff game, you're still a bit annoyed about that decision not to give a foul in the build-up to their equaliser?
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, I mean it's well worked. You don't blame them, but I expect referees to be coached a little bit better than that. If I'm honest, I had a problem with the same ref last year at West Brom where we scored a great goal at Cardiff, and him and the linesman together decided to disallow it, and then they went straight down and scored again, West Brom, and then I get a letter which didn't help me the following week saying that they're both wrong, and it's just coincidental that it's the same referee and linesman.
There was some interesting comments after the game from Neil Harris where he said he felt like every time the Boro got the ball, it was smashed over their heads and that they had to run back towards their own goal. Were you surprised by that?
Well, he must have been looking at a different game, really, if I'm honest. I can't remember us smashing one over the top, really. I did laugh when he said about because we were smashing it over it, they couldn't get any momentum, but I suggest that if you take 45 seconds every time you have a throw-in, by using a towel, you're not going to get much momentum, really.
If you were to go back to the international break and have a look at those 3 games coming up, 3 tough games that you just had, would you have been happy with 5 points, do you think?
Yeah, I think before, if we'd have said 4 points, we'd have been quite happy. But we're disappointed, actually. I mean, we quite easily could have had 9 points with Johnny Howson's disallowed goal last week. So, there's tangents that we're disappointed, but at the same time, we appreciate that in our situation, 5 points is not a bad outline.
You're unbeaten now since the opening day of the season. Do you feel like you're starting to build something and get your methods across to the squad?
I think it's just been a week by week development, really. I think all the lads have picked up on what we've got. We haven't got a very big squad. Once again, we only had 18 on Saturday because Woodsy, he was ill. We sent him home on the Friday, and we had him tested for COVID. But fortunately, that came back negative. It's just a cold he's got, but we didn't want to risk that, so we only had the bare 18. So, I'm asking lads to probably do a little bit more than they should do in a normal situation. But they're responding. They're a great bunch, and they're all, I think they're all enjoying it.
I mean, obviously it's early days yet, but Reading have moved clear at the top. But are you surprised by just how tight it is even at this early stage?
Not really, no. I think the Championship's always tight. Usually the 3 teams that come down that have got the best chance because of the parachute payments, and the 3 teams coming down they've all started reasonably well. And I see Reading. I don't see Reading dropping many points. I think they've got a solid squad. They've got a big squad, really, and an expensive squad. Their wage bill is unbelievable, I think, really. So they'll not be far away either. So it's a tough ask, but we just want to keep on the shirt tails, really.
When do you start looking at the league table, and Neil? Is it still a while off yet?
No, I looked after one game, and we were bottom. I look at it most. All managers say they never look, don't they? Really, but I read a lot of papers. Whenever I can. But the bloody Gazette in our local shop selling out before I can get there nowadays. I don't know whether that's the football or not. I don't know. She said to me this morning, "Gonna have to order more."
And you've had a busy week last week, over 1,000 miles of travelling. You mentioned at the weekend. Are you looking forward to getting back to the Riverside for a couple of games?
I am, but I've got to say a big thank you to our owner, Steve Gibson. If we'd have been doing this on the road all the way, it would have been absolutely disastrous the week that we've had. As it is, to let us fly to Bristol and Cardiff, I think's really been part of the reason we've got the good results. I can't thank them enough, really, for that.
Given how busy the period is, you've talked about how thin on the ground you are in the squad. Are you going to have to rotate things over the next couple of weeks?
I think so. We're just discussing it now when I've finished my press conference. I think we're going to have to definitely look at certain lads and the minutes that they're doing, and if we can, try and just give 1 or 2 breaks as and when we can. It's just difficult in certain positions because we haven't got any choice. So we'll have to look at it and see what we can do.
Another positive from the weekend was getting your captain, Britt Assombalonga, back on the pitch. You expecting to have him available for the next team?
Yeah, I do. He looked sharp as well when he came on. I was pleased because I didn't want him to do anything, for his injury. So I didn't want to put him on long. And then poor old Tuba was absolutely run out of steam. We had got no option really. The workload that he's done in these last 7 days. I dread to think. So it was good to see him, especially in our situation.
Are there any other doubts in terms of injuries at the moment, or do you have a clean bill of health?
No, I don't think so. I think everybody's looking forward to the games. I think that's what it is. When you enjoy your football, I think the boys are all enjoying it at the minute and looking forward to it.
In terms of Coventry, they've managed just the one win in the Championship so far. Every game they've been involved in, probably barring the weekend, it's been competitive. What have you made of them?
Well, I think the weekend you've got to look at the sending off, really. They had a sending off which I think changed the whole game. They've got a couple of good lads coming back in that's been out, one suspended, one injured. They're coming back in. So I think they've played some really good stuff. I watched a couple of the games and I think Mark will just be disappointed in a couple of goals that they've conceded when they've been playing really well. So I don't think they've got a bad side, if I'm honest.
T-side!
Be bold. Be immersed. Be transformed. Be T-side.
A score of Estiano Manu, the half-time score, Cardiff City 0, Middlesbrough 1.
Little to play for on paper, but try telling that to Middlesbrough and Coventry. Important to end the season with momentum. Both have 53 points, too far from the drop zone to now be worried about relegation. Klingert with time and space. He's picked a perfect pass. Clive Platts and Jukovic. And Coventry City lead after only 10 minutes at the Riverside. Platt gets the congratulations. I'm not sure he'll go down as the final goal scorer. Was it even going in? Jukovic had to make sure and did. Icewood thumps it long towards Platts. Jukovic, those two combining once more. And the Sky Blues very close indeed to a second here. Lita. Burst of pace. Well, he's done ever so well. It's swept home for the equaliser by Julio Arca. 25 minutes gone. 1-1. Who said this would be a mid-table 0-0? Really entertaining first half. Arca with a special finish, you know. Given away. Emnes in support. It's Marvin Emnes. Terrific defending. Not once but twice, maybe a third time. And the ball somehow stays out. Emnes looks odds on here to make it 2-1. Look at that for committed defending from the Coventry City defence. It's been a high tempo game. Coventry's turn to attack now. 1-1 in the Teesside sunshine. It's going to be 2-1 surely. Or maybe not. Jordan Clark, what a miss. Gunnarsson. And Boro survive. How? I'm not sure. All Clark had to do was put it into the empty net. And it goes to Emnes. Boro not done yet. Leroy Lita. Plenty of red shirts flocking forward. Here's Leroy Lita. Flag is up, I'm afraid. Think he knew it. And celebrations are cut short for the Boro faithful. It was a neat move though. Robson to Emnes. Back to Emnes! Another chance comes and goes. They've had 2 minutes of stoppage time. One last chance perhaps. Floated it. As far as Tomo King, it's brilliant! And it's won the game for Middlesbrough. Celebrates in front of the home supporters. Well, this is a goal worthy of winning any game. Minimal backlift. Maximum effect, 2-1 Boro. 6 points over the Easter weekend for Tony Mowbray and Middlesbrough. They're finishing the season with a flourish. They've beaten Coventry 2-1.